Okay, just recently, I wanted to watch old Disney movies. Because frankly, I didn't want to watch a movie about a girl getting her period. It's a little weird. Because why not? And I found out that there was an Aladdin 2. Ooh, very fancy, right? So I decided to watch it, and it was really, 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 really bad. So I just wanted to share it. Within the first like 3 seconds, you can tell that it's gonna be amazing. Because do you know how in literally every single Disney movie ever they have the intro thing plays and has the you'll see it's playing right now. This one doesn't have it. They were like, you know what? Maybe we should make it seem not official. Maybe they won't see that we put our name on this one. And immediately, once you start seeing the animation, it's completely different from the first Aladdin. It's much worse. So it starts off with these thieves, and they stole a bunch of money, a bunch of gold, somewhere, some why, somehow. And Aladdin is like Batman now. He just breaks in and steals it, and then gives it all away. It's very funny. And then there's a musical number where Gilbert Godfrey, the bird, does like the Aladdin dance from before, like where he's like, he's a prince, you'll see. It looks the same, except very bad. Abu's also a massive dick in this movie. He's just greedy as hell. Then instead of doing something cool, like in the first one where you have that intro scene of the giant mouth cave of the lion or whatever, tiger, bears, they just expedition dump everything, and it is so bad.
This is a dinner you don't want
It
to
is
miss.
so hard to listen to. Then a bunch of vague storytelling goes on, so I don't know what's going on either. And somehow Aladdin got his suit back from the genie, like the suit that the genie gave him when he was prince. He has that back. He fights the thieves again, but Gilbert Godfrey helps him. And then the genie comes back, but it's voiced by Homer Simpson. So it's kind of funny. He does not do a good job, I must say. He tries. I'll give him an A for effort, but it's not great.
Ooh, she dances.
And for some reason, the genie's also an ass. He tries to guilt trip Aladdin and Jasmine into going to dinner with him. It's very sad.
Three's a crowd. You kids go on.
Then the thieves at Aladdin completely wrecked because they were frickin' noobs, my man. They found a lamp that had Jafar in it. Hence the name of the movie, The Return of Jafar, because Jafar is in fact returning to Aladdin to destroy Aladdin. It's a little high end, like you need to have a high IQ to understand it, but I think you might be able to get it. The thief wishes to have the treasures of a sunken ship, so Jafar sends him to the sunken ship underwater, and then he wishes to be returned, so he only has one wish. Jafar's smart like that. See, you wouldn't have thought of that, because you're not a frickin' Jafar. That's what I thought. He says, I want to kill Aladdin, and then the thief is like, I also want to kill Aladdin, and then they just become best friends, and it's great. Jafar also says this, and it's just kind of funny. I just think it's kind of funny.
Poor sweet baby. Aren't we enjoying our wish?
I don't know, it's just kind of funny. It's just like, baby, ooh. Then it cuts back to the dinner, and the Sultan says that he's going to make Aladdin his new royal vizier, or like right-hand man. And then Iago, Gilbert Godfrey, escapes, and then ruins the dinner. And then the guards come in, and I think the guards just like killing things. Aladdin's like, Iago saved my life, that's why I have him here. And then everyone's mad at him. And then the genie's like, what? You have to right path alone. Here, it's like the one meme. You know what I mean. I'll show the meme. And then Gilbert Godfrey tells the princess that Aladdin saved Gilbert Godfrey's life, and that's why Aladdin stood up for Gilbert Godfrey. Jasmine is like, he didn't have to lie to me. But when did he ever lie to you? He never said that he did not have Iago stored in a cage somewhere on the palace grounds. He just didn't tell you that he had that. So they start singing, and then they make up, and then Jasmine and Aladdin are like, oh, we're in love. And then the genie does a paparazzi joke for some reason. Jafar comes back to Gilbert Godfrey, and he's like, you must do this to the Sultan. Tell him to go here at this time, at this exact date. And then Gilbert Godfrey's like, oh, I don't want to do that. All the while, the genie's playing pool. Just, it's happening. And then Iago takes them to the place, the Sultan and Aladdin. And while they're at the place, Abu eats about 57 apples in the span of 5 seconds. And then Jafar comes to the genie and Abu, who are on the palace grounds. And Jafar sings a song. He has one of the sickest fire bar that has ever existed in any song. Here, let me play it for you.
Granny's gonna grab ya!
Is that not amazing? Is that just wonderful? That's just the greatest. Period. So he ends up putting Genie in an orb, and then the Genie's just stuck there. So, that's cool. And then at the place where Iago told the Sultan and Aladdin to go, Jafar shows up. But he's multiple men, and he comes with his dude, his master or whatever.
Look, they're trapped on the cliff.
And then they're riding horses, and then those horses have wings. What? Plot twist. Gets grabbed by a water tornado created by Jafar, and then Aladdin tries to grab him from the water tornado and fails miserably, and ends up floating down a river and dying. But for some reason, he teleported onto a rock. Here are my reaction to when I first saw it. It's very dumb. What? Oh, let me see that again. What? And then Jafar frames Aladdin for the murder of the Sultan, and then he turns into the princess using his genie powers to tell the guards to kill Aladdin. And yeah, it's fun. I think that this also helps show that the guards really just like killing things. They don't really care. They just want to kill something. After he tries to kill Aladdin, Iago proves that he's good by trying to save Aladdin and the genie and whatever. Those people. How fun. And then the genie saves all of them, and then Iago's like, I did my good deed. I'm done. Screw you. So it turns out that Jafar is now Superman, right? So Jafar takes over, and the genie tells us that in order to bring down Jafar, to kill Jafar, you need to destroy the lamp. So what Genie does is he turns into Ariel and sits on a boat, and then he plays like Stretch Armstrong to try to grab the lamp instead of just teleporting it to him, which we know he can do because he's done it with the people. And then his master just kind of disappears. He's just forgotten about in the midst of the chaos while they're trying to grab the lamp, because he gets blasted off a cliff. And then Jafar decides to make a giant crevice in the earth in order to make a giant lava pool to surround Aladdin in. But Jafar's a genie, so he can't kill anyone. He can just surround them with lava. Iago comes back and he's like, hey, and he pushes the lamp into the lava, and then they all live happily ever after. I'd give this movie a 2 out of 10. It was pretty bad, I'm going to be honest with you. There was nothing great about it. Wait a second, that's not true. Gilbert Gottfried was actually okay. He made the movie okay. He raised it to a 4. Yeah, he was pretty good. I'd watch it just to watch Gilbert Gottfried, because he's kind of funny in some parts.